Our series, Changing the Game, highlights extraordinary women breaking barriers. Well, this morning we're celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month by introducing you to Amy Liu. She's the founder and CEO of Tower 28. As a longtime sufferer of eczema, she founded the brand in 2019 after she couldn't find products to fit her own needs. She says Tower 28 is the first beauty brand to comply with the National Eczema Association guidelines, making formulas that are vegan, cruelty-free, and 100% safe for sensitive skin. It's quickly become a bestseller, winning more than 100 awards. And Amy Liu joins us now. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I am so excited. Cannot wait to try your products out. There's one thing to suffer from eczema. There's another thing to watch your kids suffer through it. And I mean, since infancy, you know, my son and daughter both have had it. So I'm just curious, when you talk about the origin story of Tower 28, it stems from like the pain of that.
Yeah, definitely. I've had eczema my entire adult life. And so one of the things I was really looking to do and create products was to create products that were not only clean, but safe for sensitive skin. And like you said, I have 3 kids myself. Only one of them has pretty severe eczema, but it was something I thought about a lot in terms of when they grow up, what will happen, what kind of products will they have available to them.
A lot of the products out there, though, you could only use for a short period of time. The symptoms come back, it's still painful. How did you get around that?
Yeah, so I think for some people, eczema or chronic or skin conditions in general are almost something that you experience once and then you move on to your regular routine again. And I think of eczema for me, or acne, or any of these issues, for some of us, they're ongoing issues. So for me, like, I wanted to make products that were safe all of the time, because I think it's almost a way of life. And instead of looking at it as products that, I don't know, were very clinical in their approach or very, that didn't feel fun and high performance, I wanted to make things that were part of your lifestyle and felt really aspirational.
Part of your bio that is near and dear to my heart is that you spent 20 years as an executive in the beauty world before you decided to chuck that all to the side and take this enormous risk of starting your own business, something I appreciate because I did something similar. Tell me about that inspiration and just the fear and trepidation that you might have had doing something that was sort of out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, so I spent 22 years working in the beauty industry. I didn't start my own brand until I was 40 years old, and I had 3 kids.
Wow.
So I think all of that, there's a lot of fear that goes into that, because when you have this experience in the golden handcuffs of making, you know, a salary, and at the same
I know what you're talking about.
And having a resume that you feel like you've worked really hard for, and so you're afraid to lose it. But I think it was definitely a huge leap for me, but I felt like I was also really good at telling other people's stories, and to turn it around and make it about me was a very difficult thing to do.
What does the name Tower 28 mean? Where does it come from?
Yeah, so Tower 28 is a real lifeguard tower in between Santa Monica and Venice. So I have lived in LA for a really long time now. I'm Asian American. And the beach to me has always signified this place where everybody gets to enjoy a clean and healthy lifestyle. Tower 28 is a real lifeguard tower, and to me, that's a sign of safety and community. So the true story is, a friend of mine sent me a text one day and said, "Hey, we're all going to the beach, meet me at Tower 28." And I thought, wait a minute, that's the name. It's this place that people come for community. I wanted the brand to be products for all different people. So whether that you're talking about socioeconomic backgrounds or diversity, inclusivity, and that's what I really think the beach is, this place where everybody gets to go.
Yeah, I still can't get over your age. You look amazing, by the way.
Kind.
Tower 28. Tower 28.
Yeah, no, but you know, your dad said don't go into business, okay?
Yeah.
You love customer feedback. I'm curious, what do you tell your dad about what your customers say?
Yeah.
Because you're in Amazon, Sephora, you're just killing
Yeah, so we're in all Sephora's, US and Canada, Credo, Goop, Revolve, and so that part has been really great. It's funny you mentioned my dad. So my dad immigrated from Taiwan in the 70s, and he became an entrepreneur. And I think growing up, I really watched him, and I was so inspired by not just his success.
Oh, look at you. Which one look at that.
Yep. But his passion. And I think the thing that my dad would have told you, though, is that he became an entrepreneur not because he wanted to, but because he had to. He really felt like English as a second language was a very difficult obstacle for him. And so he became an entrepreneur, and he really did work specifically with people who also spoke Chinese. And then at some point that wasn't enough, and he ended up moving to China. So I think he's shocked, honestly, about my success, but not just because I'm Asian, but also because I'm a woman. And I think that in his age didn't happen.
Yeah. I'm sure he's very proud of you now. It's a great product. It's got a great name, great story behind it, and we thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.